Stelvio Pass Road, Trolltigen, Italy. This road is the second highest drive you can take in the Alps, following the Col de Lizarone. It is not the most dangerous road on our list, which is why it only comes in at spot number 10, but it does feature 48 hairpin turns at high altitude. If you lose control at one of these corners, you'll take quite a tumble. The James Dalton Highway, Alaska. This road is dangerous largely because of its remoteness, stretching 414 miles between the Arctic Sea oil fields and the nearest markers of civilized life. It offers the only route accessible during the intense Alaskan winters. Add 12% grades to the mix along with the terrible weather, and you have a recipe for scary driving. The Karakoram Highway, Pakistan. This highway runs between China and Pakistan and climbs over top of the Kundra Pass at 15,400 feet. The views are incredible, but the road is in really poor shape. Once you get into Pakistan, it isn't paved at all. The reason for this isn't laziness. They certainly tried, but flash floods and landslides cost 900 workers their lives in the attempt. Trolltigen, Norway. Trolltigen, which translates to the Troll Ladder, is a road in Norway which features 11 hairpin turns and a 9% grade. The road is very narrow in many spots, but despite its drawbacks, it is a very popular drive for tourists. At the top you can walk to an overlook which provides a spectacular view of the Stigfossen waterfall. Breathtaking, Greece. This is a dirt road which has been poorly maintained over the years in Greece. It has numerous potholes posing hazards to vehicles, and moreover, there is a steep drop-off to either side. There are no rails and the dirt blends with the sides of the road, so at nighttime it is particularly hard for drivers to see whether they are on the road or have wandered off of it. Sichuan Tibet Highway, China. This highway begins at Chengdu of Sichuan and winds west to Lhasa of Tibet, traversing 14 mountains on the way. As with most of these roads, the views are amazing, but the ride is terrifying. Landslides and falling rocks are very common along the road, and the narrow switchbacks that cling to the edges of very steep slopes are pretty frightening too. Siberian Road to Yakutsk. Yakutsk is an incredibly cold place. In fact, the city itself is built on concrete piles because there is no way to secure the foundations in the ground, which is permanently frozen. The road is totally unpaved, and during the warmer months, it turns into pure mud. During that time, bored travelers often assault other drivers. There's even a colloquial name for them, mud pirates. Talk about road rage. Luxor-Alrigad Road. This is another road to drive on if you feel like getting assaulted by crazy drivers. A lot of drivers keep their lights off at night so as not to advertise their presence. This just adds to the danger. Authorities here ask tourists to drive as part of armed convoys. Guilin Tunnel Road, China. This is certainly a striking road. The village of Guilin was only accessible in the past by way of a steep staircase which was known as a sky ladder. As you might expect from non-professional building, it is rather rough and ragged and takes some unpredictable twists and drops. It is very narrow, making passing dangerous. The Death Road, Bolivia. The North Yungas Road in Bolivia is so well known that it is often called the Death Road. It leads from La Paz to Quaraco, and was called the world's most dangerous road in 1995 by the Inter-American Development Bank. The road is very narrow and the drop-off is very far.